Hey everyone, listen, one of my favourite techniques, Noollo chagi, okay? Noollo chagi is such a wonderful technique because for me it can inspire, when I teach this, it can inspire all those people who really flexibly are so challenged in their hips. And I find when people have real hip issues, you know, maybe it's a hip replacement they've had, maybe it's the fact that the hips don't open well. And they can't up and elevate like this. So they actually, people feel, and to me they're made to feel, they're not victims, but they feel like they're not as good martial artists because they're not kicking as high as somebody else. We have to get rid of that nonsense. So what does Noollo Maki do? It breaks your knees, it breaks your thighs. Okay, I'm quite sure that you'll agree that if you broke my knee or my thigh, I would not be in a very good position to do any of my high kicks, or anything else for that matter, other than scream for my mammy. Alright, so really, it's a wonderful technique and it shows that everybody has devastating kicking ability. Fundamentally, here, isn't that nice? There, to break. Mr. Lobbin comes in, he steps up, bam, and I'll break his leg. I didn't go for the front, look at that, see the back one there? I went past and I broke into the back one that was straight already. Yes, that idea? He steps in, boom, and I break down on the top of his femur. Middle of the femur, or of course the knee joint itself. You don't need to go and break his ribs here. You can do that too, of course, but I'd much rather have my ribs broken than my femur. Or my knee, for goodness sake. Okay? So you can see how fantastic this is. So how do we do it? Fundamentally, all we're doing, let's look at side on. We don't rotate the foot as we do in York chagi. Now you can't do Noollo chagi hip high and above. It turns into York chagi from that point. Up to mid-thigh, like in a pone if you're a black belt, for example, okay? When you're here and you go to here. Alright, that's as high as we can go. Above there, it starts to be side and you have to rotate more to bring your hips into it. So the foot stays facing forward. The knee comes up and you go down with the balcal and you just snap through the bone. It's wonderful. I did this all my young life because we had coal fires, of course, and the kindling wood you would put on the step, you know, top step and the bottom step here, and you would stand to the side here and you was smashing. It always felt great smashing that wood. So to this day I always think about breaking those little kindling sticks because that's what your bones are when you hit them that way. Okay, you know, 6-8 pounds of pressure and those things are just snapped if you hit them properly. So Noollo chagi, I beg your pardon, is such an effective kick. Alright, so even coming from here, for example, stepping up and then down. Yes? So coming from here, stepping up, both feet face the same way, down, in, and then back. Now, I've been using that with the kids and so on, like you've been tasered, you know, from here. So I want to see you guys, the whole body tightens, the whole body here. And that's the same with all of your kicks. So you're not like hard in the legs and soft in the torso. You use everything to do your technique, irrespective of height. Okay, so enjoy. Brilliant.